Hello, this is the video on the equal values method. You should be copying down these notes into your notebook, and then you're going to be doing the 3 problems at the end, and I will check these tomorrow to see if you've done them. So, today we talked about several problems that can be solved using systems of equations. So let's just define systems of equations real quick. When you have multiple equations and multiple variables, and you want to find the solution to both. So, if you look at just x plus y equals 5, there's a lot of solutions for x and y that when you add them equal 5, like 1 and 4, 2 and 3, let's see, 8 and negative 3, okay? And there's a lot of solutions for x times y equals 6, like 1 and 6, 2 and 3, etc. But we want the solution to both. So what when we add them equals 5 and multiply them equals 6? Well, when you add 1 plus 4, you get 5. But when you multiply them, you get 4, not 6. When you add 2 plus 3, you get 5. When you multiply 2 times 3, you get 6. Oh, there's our solution. So our solution would be 2, 3. Remember, x always comes first in our ordered pair, y always comes second. So there's always guess and check, which we use a lot today. But I want to teach you what's called the equal values method, which is kind of the simplest form of solving a equal value, or a substitute, or a system of equations. And it's nice in that these are both in a form that we can use. So we want to find the solution to the system y equals 2x minus 3 and y equals x plus 4. So what I've done is I kind of use sticky notes to kind of demonstrate how the equal values method works. So I have y equals 2x minus 3 here. Let me zoom out. And I have y equals x plus 4. Let me add in my equal sign so you can be sure to see it. So y equals 2x minus 3 and y equals x plus 4. Now the idea behind the equal values method is that if we're looking for where x and y are the same, the solution to both of these are going to be the same, right? You can kind of see I put them on the same color to kind of demonstrate that. Y equals y. So then here's the next question. If y equals 2x minus 3 and y equals x plus 4, doesn't that mean that x plus 4 also equals 2x minus 3? That's like saying, you know, if a equals b and b equals c, doesn't a equal c, right? These are equal, so these have to be equal too. So that's kind of the idea behind the equal values method. So if I know that x plus 4 equals 2x minus 3, well, hold on. Now I only have one variable left, and I can solve for it. We learned how to solve for these kind of things last year. We have variables on both sides. So the first thing we need to do is get rid of one of those variables. So I'm going to subtract x on both sides. That gives me 4 equals, remember this is 1x because an integer 1. 2x minus 1x gives me 1x minus 3. Add 3 to both sides. That gives me 7 equals 1x, or 7 equals x. Boom! That's great. But guess what? We're not finished. Because that's only the x coordinate of our ordered pair. Let's look for the y coordinate. So I'm going to go back to this equation of y equals x plus 4. And I'm going to erase this work. So we know in this solution to this system, x is 7. So instead of writing y equals x plus 4, I'm going to write y equals 7 plus 4. And that gives me y equals 11. Oh, I just found my y coordinate of my solution to the system. So what that means is if I plug in 7 and 11 to both the equations y equals x plus 4 and y equals 2x plus minus 3, then I'm going to get the same thing. So let's go ahead and try that. When we did our work on the whiteboard, we found that 7, 11 was the solution to this system of equations. So let's go ahead and try that out. So if I put in 11, 2 times 7 minus 3, that gives me 11 equals 14 minus 3. Yep, that is true. Let's try the next one. If I put in 11, x is 7, 11 does equal 7 plus 4. Boom. So the solution to the system is 7, 11. Okay. Let's try another one, but this time we're going to try it in word problem form. So Shelly started her bank account with $5 and adds $1 every week. Josh started his bank account with $0 and saves $2 every week. When will they have the same amount? So let's first set up some equations, okay? And let's first talk about what means what here. you can see that they're talking about every week. So I'm actually going to make W mean every week. And then amount in their bank account, I'm going to go ahead and make that D for dollars. Okay? And that's kind of what we're looking for, right? When will they have the same amount? So let's talk about Shelly. Shelly's dollars, well, she's going to start with $5, so we know that's going to be the plus 5, and add $1 every week, so that's going to be 1W. Okay, there's Shelly's equation. $1 a week plus the $5 she started with gives us her amount at the end. Now, with Josh, his dollars, he didn't start with anything, plus 0, okay, but he does $2 every week, so that would be 2W. You could also write it D equals 2W, that's fine. So let's go ahead and make some sticky notes for this. The first one is D equals, zoom out so you can see, Shelly's, so that's 1W plus 5. And the second one is going to be D equals Josh's, which is 2W. Okay? And remember that these are equal. So just like we said before, D and D are the same here, right? That's why they are the same color. Those are the same. And if D equals 1W plus 5 and D equals 2W, then that means that 2W also equals 1W plus 5. Okay, so again, that means that we can solve this equation, okay? Because I only have W as my variable at this point. So I have variables on both sides. I need to get rid of one. How do I get rid of 1W? I subtract 1W from both sides. That gives me 1W equals 5, or W equals 5. So I know that in my ordered pair, 5 is my W, or in this case, kind of like my X. And then I need to plug in to either 1W plus 5 or 2W to find D. Okay? So let's plug it into 2W. So 2, instead of W, I'm going to put 5, because that's just what we found, equals D. So that gives me 10 equals D. So that means that after 5 weeks, they were both going to have $10. Okay? Okay, so there's the equal values method for you. Again, it's the simplest form of solving a system of equations. We'll talk about the other 3 forms this week. Right now, what I'd like you to do is I would like you to try these 3 problems. You can pause the video, copy them down. Please show me as much work as you can. I'd love to go over sort of where you got with these so we can kind of see what you understood and what you didn't understand. If you get stuck on one of these, that's okay. As long as I see that you at least started it, at least tried something, you're going to get full credit. And we can talk about questions that you have tomorrow. Thanks, Algebra.